Greetings, dear viewers. Welcome. Today, I have a very different poem. Of course, it is interesting, but it's a very different poem. The poem is called Rafa Nadal, Tony Miles, and a Similarity. So, even though the poems that I write and want to put up in this channel is related to chess, I couldn't help but notice a similarity between a very great tennis player, Rafa Nadal, and Tony Miles, the first English Grandmaster. What is this story all about? So let me just very quickly take you through what this poem is all about. So first, some important facts that you need to know. Rafa Nadal won the 2022 Australian Open in January 2022, and it was in a way against all odds because in November Nadal was in crutches and a lot of people were very doubtful about how far he could go in the tournament, but he surprised everyone by actually clinching the tournament and beating Daniel Medvedev in the finals after being 2 sets to 0 down, and that itself is a great achievement. Now, how is this correlating? How is this having some similarity to someone named Tony Miles, the English Grandmaster? Well, in 1985, in the Interpolis chess tournament, which was considered as a very strong tournament at that time, Tony Miles finished joint first. And what is so interesting about this? Tony Miles had a very severe backache and he was able to win the tournament by more or less playing on the massage table. And this was a testimony to how great a fighter he was. A lot of chess players, especially very strong players, told that Tony Miles was someone who had a lot of confidence, and even though he was playing a very great player, he respected them very less in the sense on the board. He was always courageous, he was willing to take risks, and one notable achievement of Tony Miles is playing the move a6, one a6 against Anatoly Karpov, the then reigning world champion, and he won the game by playing such a poor opening. So Tony Miles was a very vibrant player, and he was notable for taking risks. And as I told, 1985, winning the tournament by laying down on the massage table. But let me give you the quote what Tony Miles had to say about this particular tournament. He stated, "There are few things that motivate me more than a challenge, but there is one, and that is an impossible challenge. From this moment on, I needed no further incentive. The impossible challenge was clear to win Interpolis despite being a virtual cripple." Tony Miles felt that it's an impossible challenge. In a way, it's very difficult. He wanted to take it up and he took it up and he won the tournament. Rafa Nadal also said the same thing when he won the tournament, that he did go through pain, and in the middle of the tournament, he at some point in the interview he also said that we have to suffer, we have to fight. So these kind of inspirational stories can be a great example for all of us. So that's why I found that even though I like to write just poems, I felt that this similarity can help us in our life and whatever we are pursuing. So let us get into the poem now that you know the background. Great sportsmen all have a common element. Other than their obvious talent, their heart possesses potent even when their bodies have a dent. Rafa Nadal, the winner of the Australian Open 2022, was on the crutches prior to a month or two, showed what it is to fight and fight, pouring the last drop of all your might. Tony Miles, the chess grandmaster from England, was able to pull out something quite grand. In the Tilburg Interpolis tournament of 1985, had a back pain so intense, he played by lying on the massage table, scripting a glorious chess fable, by finishing joint first, showcasing his chess thirst. Tony Miles exclaimed that impossible challenges were his motivation, which calls for reserves of determination. Rafa had always exclaimed, "We have to suffer, we have to fight," with a smile ever vibrant and bright. The two great champions teaching us that physical limitations have their limitations. With the mind in that intense mood to compete, the heart shall invariably comply and beat. Hope you like the poem. As usual, the full poem is in the description, and if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much for your time.